Hey there, everyone. Welcome. This is Valsey talking, and well, let's talk about Metacene. So, Metacene's pretty interesting as a game. You have a lot of different mechanics within the game, as in PvE, PvP, and mining. There's the three core mechanics. They're going to be building a lot more on top of this with guilds and a lot more events within the game. So, there's a lot of different monsters, bosses, mini bosses, and bigger kind of world bosses that are around the world. And there's also a big, giant, massive boss. So, with this game though, you are allowed to trade the token mud within the game, outside of the game, and yeah, makes the game very, very fluid. So you can trade mud for pretty much anything in game, as well as you can trade it on the NFT marketplace within the wallet as well. With these certain features, mud becomes very versatile as a token. It can be bought and sold for many different things, or just straight up USDT or RPG, anything pretty much that is in the game, outside of the game, on the marketplace, within the wallets and their ecosystem. I believe they built something here that is quite interesting, and I've been looking forward to. A lot of games have kind of avoided this, having an in-game trading system, because yes, there can be issues later down the road and stuff, but how they have everything kind of locked down, in the sense of people would say it's not decentralized, quote unquote. Well, you kind of need these parameters in a game, right? So you need everything to be kind of in one ecosystem. Everything's running off the one servers that you're all playing on together as well too. So it makes sense overall. And how they've incorporated mud into the game and the different burning mechanics, as in upgrading your character and doing many various things like teleporting around the map and buying stuff from the in-game item shop as well, has been very, very interesting. You could purchase multiple things as in-game items or NFT items as miners and skins for your weapons and also your character. So, as in the incorporation with mud as a token, it's going to be very, very bullish for the long term. And they do pay for the gas fees as well within the in-game transactions between your wallet, with minting and unminting, I guess you could say, taking it off chain and putting it on chain. So makes things very fluid overall. So with all this though, I see Metacene being one of the best games coming out here in 2024. They're looking to release, I believe, a beta here coming up in Q1, Q2. There will be more information on that, and look forward towards land within this game. If you do run a guild and you have a lot of players that are looking for something to play together, that you can work in PvE or PvP or both as well, because you have those important mechanics where PvP might be used to secure the loot that the boss drops, even though maybe everyone has worked together to kill it. Well, the winning team gets the loot at the end, right? So who's gonna come to the top in this game? We'll see. But it's gonna be an incorporation of money, time, and also players. The amount of players you have can be very resourceful in this game, but having good, strong players who understand the game as well can also lead everyone else that doesn't want to maybe take the time to learn as well. This game is easy to pick up, play, put a few hours in a day, every day here and there. It's easy to go in and around things as well. There's an auto-pathing feature, as in doing quests and doing many other features in the game. Clicking on a position on the map, pressing go, and your character auto-paths all the way there. Their auto-paths are great. They've done a great job with the auto-pathing in this game. So they've already had everything, I think, structured out for the auto-pathing as well. They have it so it goes in between all like different mob packs and things like this, so you don't really get attacked from mobs, or you kind of do, but you don't get hit, because it's just in a perfect range to where you can kind of get around and auto-path everywhere. Makes the game nice. So if you don't want to spend the mud or buying the mobile phasers to teleport around the map, well, this is your option. So it makes the game very nice and fluid. So, as in maybe what I've not liked in this test version I've seen, and this is subject to change. This is an alpha, just so everyone knows. So anything you do see coming out, anyone talking about the game, that what they don't like and stuff, can be subject to change and probably will change. So with that, I will talk about PvP in a sense. So PvP can be turned on and off within 10 seconds. This can cause a game of kind of cat and mouse in a sense. I don't like it so much because people could be very, I guess you could quote unquote terms of cowardly, where they turn PvP on, stop you from picking up things, and then as they go to pick it up, they turn PvP off, and then they play the game of like kind of the cat and mouse of who gets the drop and stuff, and kind of bait you into this. It sucks though when there's more members of this, because if you do flag up and they kill you when you're flagged, they don't get a debuff, as in they could be permanently flagged. So this could be quite a big issue for this. So what's kind of the workarounds around this? Well, the workarounds would be increasing the PvP time that is allocated to it. If you're in combat after you've flagged up, you cannot turn it off after 30 seconds of being outside of combat. Could be the workaround around this. So it could punish players who kind of abuse the system and kind of want to stay around and kind of unflag and stuff do this. Well, either keeping it for a permanent 5-minute flag after you flag once, and if you turn it on and off constantly too, you can maybe set you into an hour long or a 30-minute lock. Or workarounds this would be locking you into it once you've engaged in combat, so you've attacked another player after you've flagged, right? Locks you in for 5 to 30 minutes in this. This would help negate people's like kind of working around and kind of, it would say it's like almost like using like a mechanic within the system. It makes it very unfriendly for solo players and smaller groups of players, because large groups of players can really abuse this. So I would like to see a workaround like that. But in the future, this game is looking really good. The mechanics in the game are fluid. The bosses are awesome. There's some that need to have a workaround, yes, for sure. But for the most part, everything's pretty awesome in this game. I haven't had really many issues with the game itself. And yeah, I'm glad to see something coming up in the future. Make sure you have a bunch of miners. Make sure you look to acquire some land if you run a bigger guild, or if you have a lot of money to spend on the side. There could be a tax system within this as well, and you can earn mud and resources through this as well. So it's going to be very interesting in the future. And look forward to their other token, which is, we have a token we are getting. It's called TMAC, which will be turned into MAC later. So if you do have questions on that, stay tuned. Not too sure. They haven't really released a lot of information around that. So it's going to be quite interesting. And the investments on this game, they have a lot of investments, a lot of investors. They did 5 million in funding from what I've seen, and WeMade is also part of their funding, so that's very bullish. YGG's into this game as well. They're one of the biggest gaming DAOs in the game, this ecosystem in Web3, and so it's looking good. There's a lot of competition on the Asia servers, some competition on the Brazilian, like the Americas servers, so we'll see kind of how this goes. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting how this whole plays out in the future, but I see a bullish and a bright future for Metacene. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.